Welcome to this afternoon's qualifying session here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix.
The nightmare session for Max Chilton at his home Grand Prix, who suffered a gearbox failure on his first lap, meaning he started at the back of the grid, with his teammate Jules Bianchi qualifying in a rather decent 17th position. Ericsson qualified in 21st, and Kobayashi qualified in 18th. Gutierrez managed a rather impressive 16th position, whereas his teammate Sutil could only manage 20th on the grid. Aldo's poor run of qualifying continued here, as he qualified 19th on the grid, and his teammate Grosjean qualified in 15th. It will be Neil Toros' 7th row, with Kvyat in 14th and Verne in 13th. Magnussen will once again just miss out on a place in Q3, qualifying 11th, and Button a rather strong 7th position. Perez looked again to be slightly off the pace of his teammates, Perez in 12th and Hulkenberg once again out qualifying him with 8th position. Alonso qualified in P6, with his teammate Raikkonen, who had been off the pace all weekend, down in P10. Ricciardo qualified in 5th position, his teammate and defending world champion Sebastian Vettel qualified in 4th. Massa could only manage 9th on the grid, whereas his teammate Bottas starts on the front row of the grid in 2nd position. Hamilton lines up on pole with his teammate Rosberg in 3rd position. Can Hamilton convert this into a win for the home crowd? Let's find out. It's time for the British Grand Prix. Hey guys, Tyro here. You join me for the 9th round of the F1 2014 season. We're here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, and can Bottas do anything from 2nd position, given how close he was to Lewis in qualifying? Lights going to go out any second and be on the way. And they're off. Everyone looks to have got away cleanly. Hamilton looks to have kept the lead. Bottas in 2nd. Rosberg goes out wide. Rosberg actually got spun. Rosberg has been spun by Vettel. Vettel carries on in 3rd. Rosberg is down to the back of the grid. There's a lot of catching up to do now. This is massive for the championship. Rosberg's going to have to fight his way back through the field now. Back up front, Hamilton leads. Bottas in 2nd, Vettel challenging in 3rd. Ricciardo 4th, coming under pressure from Kevin Magnussen. Ricciardo going to hold it down the inside. Yeah, Ricciardo holds his position. 6th is Raikkonen, 7th is Massa, 8th, I believe that's Hulkenberg, 9th is Alonso, and 10th is the other Force India of Sergio Perez. Rosberg's already caught up to the back of Ericsson. He's starting on the hard tyre, so that's not too surprising. Rosberg going to have to be careful with his moves here, because he's going to make the moves quickly but carefully, as he doesn't want to damage his car and have to make a pit stop for a new front wing, but he needs to get through these slower cars as quickly as possible to salvage some points from this race. Shouldn't be too long now to run to the back of Chilton, who wanted to forget their qualifying from yesterday. Hamilton's already pulling away, and Bottas is looking to just pull a small gap on Vettel currently. Massa's now up to 4th. Magnussen's just going backwards at this stage. Toros's are in a pretty strong position, could be contenders for some below points positions. Now Rosberg makes an easy move on the Sauber of Adrian Sutil. Can Sutil try and hold it? No, he can't. Next up is one of the Lotuses. After their 2012 and 2013 success, have not carried that over into 2014. Whatever they've done with that car this year just hasn't worked. Rosberg goes round the outside to take the position away from Pastor Maldonado. Vettel looking to close in the slipstream, take 2nd place from Bottas. Not quite, and after the tyre dramas of last race, Pirelli brought the two hardest compounds available to this race weekend. Pretty smart move by them, just to ensure that there's no tyre blowouts this weekend. Now Alonso's trying to start to get past his former teammate Felipe Massa. And can't do so yet. Button now coming under pressure from Kimi Raikkonen. Button, who'd been wanting to put on a strong showing for the home crowd, isn't looking to be doing that. As now Perez looks to be going up the inside of Magnussen. There's Rosberg up to. Okay, Rosberg's pretty much past all the back markers now, it's going up towards the midfield. A few of the cars starting on the hard compound tyres. The problem is, with these all DRSing each other, it's going to make it a lot harder for Rosberg to try and make the moves. Now he gets past the other Marussia of Jules Bianchi. That puts him behind the second Sauber of Esteban Gutierrez. Rosberg darting left and right, trying to force Gutierrez into a mistake. Now can make the move going into the S section. Actually loses time there behind the dirty air of the Sauber. This is not what Rosberg needs. He want to go past that Sauber already. But now in the slipstream, Rosberg still can't make the move. As Gutierrez actually comes into the pits for a rather early pit stop. Must have worn out his tyres trying to keep Rosberg behind. Talking of Rosberg, now looking to make a move on the Lotus of Grosjean. And makes a move into turn 1. Vettel's still stuck behind the Williams of Valtteri Bottas, and Hamilton's just slowly edging away out in front. Now Bottas looking to go defensive. Don't really see a need for that, as Vettel's not close enough to make a move as of yet. Ricciardo just having his own race in 4th. Massa's still keeping ahead of Alonso for 5th. The straight line speed of that Williams really is making the DRS overtakes ineffective, really, because the straight line speed of that Williams is keeping them ahead. See that Alonso with DRS just can't close on Massa. Although I think they can make a move now, I say that. But looking to the inside, keeps his nose in. Actually comes into the pits. On lap 4, I believe this is. And so does one of the Force Indies as well. Rosberg's now caught up to the Toro Rossos. Oh, both of them actually, got past one of them. He wants to make a move into turn 1. You make the move stick? Yes, he does. Now Vettel's still right behind Bottas. This might actually come down to the pit stops, if Vettel wants to get past. Seeing straight line speed of that Williams is just far too great for the power unit in that Renault. In the Renault and the Red Bull with the Renault engine. So it'll actually have to be a DRS overtake. Should be coming to the pits this lap or next lap, I believe. Once again, Vettel with DRS. Just can't close enough on the Williams. As they both come into the pits, yes they do. So does Hamilton as well. Ricciardo, Massa and Alonso all stay out as Button pits. So does Hulkenberg. Rosberg doesn't. Bottas comes into his pit box now. And has actually had to wait for Vettel. Vettel's jumped. Vettel has jumped Bottas in the pit stops. So now can Vettel hold on to this position? Now he's finally got ahead of Vettel? Of Bottas. So that promotes Ricciardo into the temporary lead of this race, with Massa second, Raikkonen now third, Rosberg still fourth, yet to stop of course, Magnussen, then Verne, then the effective leader Hamilton, with Maldonado and Max Chilton going at it. Chilton looking to go around the outside of Maldonado, but can't quite hold it. He's going down the old start-finish straight now. Chilton's actually going off the track to try and look for a way around the Lotus. You see how much more downforce these Red Bulls have over the two cars in front, and Bottas is getting a bit out of shape there. Now Vettel should be making an easy move here on Chilton. But Chilton actually pulls to the inside and makes a move on Maldonado, and Bottas dives down the inside of Vettel. So Bottas has got back ahead of Sebastian Vettel. He will not be happy about that and locks up in the process. Vettel will not be happy about that. As Rosberg has to wait for the Toro Rosso to come past. So this now promotes Kimi Raikkonen, who's yet to stop, into the lead of this race. I imagine Kimi just wants the glory of leading a lap. Because this is a one-stop race. So there's no other point of staying out this long. So Hamilton will retake the lead in front of the home crowd. Bottas will be second, if he can hold off Vettel. Ricciardo will be fourth, Massa fifth, Alonso sixth. Rosberg up to 7th, with Button 8th. One of the Caterhams will be now 10th as Force India of Hulkenberg looks to get past. Of course, the Caterham's yet to stop as they have started on the harder tyres. They're looking to go 3 wide. Yes, they do. And they both... bit of contact there. But they both get past the Caterham. And now Magnussen is looking to make a move on the Force India. Probably down the DRS straight. Now both Toro Rosso is getting involved in this battle now. Magnussen looks to make a move on Perez, but can't quite. Still going side by side, Magnussen and Hulkenberg. This is just allowing Toro Rosso to catch right back up. And Hulkenberg holds position for now. Bottas still ahead of Vettel for the time being. Ferrari is having a rather average performance here. Hamilton's not pulling away as much as I thought he would have done, given the power unit's advantage and the general car advantage they have over the rest of the field. Bottas just holding second for now. With a lock up there with Vettel pressurising, looking to capitalise on any mistake that Bottas makes. Ferrari's getting pretty close together now. Raikkonen, who has not been happy with the setup of his car all weekend long, as he only qualified down in 10th position and was pretty low down in all the practice sessions as well. Looking to make a move at some point on his teammate Fernando Alonso. Rosberg might catch the Ferraris. There's enough time left in the race. Only just past half race distance. As Hulkenberg comes to the pits for a second time, I believe, and now Caterham pits for the option tyres. They're both at the back of the grid. So it doesn't really make too much difference for them. Bottas still ahead of Vettel. Now Bottas going defensive slightly, but Vettel still again just can't catch. Raikkonen has now made the move on Alonso for 6th position. Alonso has been is rumoured to be in talks with McLaren for a move for next season, as he is not happy with how Ferrari have been performing this season. Even though he's got one win under his belt, the Ferrari just isn't to his liking. And McLaren been rumoured to renewing their partnership with Honda for next season. Rosberg catching up to the back of the Ferraris now. Vettel will be sick of looking at the back of that blue stripe on the Williams by now. So he's been looking at it for the past 9 or 10 laps already. And he's going to have to look at it for a bit longer. Bottas once again goes defensive, when there's not exactly any need to. Hamilton with the convincing lead by this stage of the race now. Once again, Hamilton does not having the pace on not quite having the pace on the first stint, but once they get onto the second or possibly third, then the pace really comes through. Ricciardo's still holding his own in 4th. Alonso looking to take 6th place back from Raikkonen? Not quite yet. Raikkonen has been confirmed by Ferrari for staying for 2015, along with most of the grid staying relatively close to rotating in the same place, the same team as where they are now. Although it looks pretty clear that Alonso will be placing Kevin Magnussen for the 2015 season. And also, Verne is rumoured to be being replaced by Carlos Sainz Jr. And Lotus should be moving to Mercedes power units for next season to make them considerably more competitive than they currently are. Sauber naming an all-new driver lineup of Felipe Nasser and Marcus Ericsson, who is moving from Caterham for next season. Hamilton, time crowd will be loving this. Hamilton just cruising to an easy victory at this stage, if his car can last the final 2 or 3 laps. Vettel now looks around the outside to try and take second place from Bottas. The closest he's been all race. Bottas holds it around the inside though. Vettel just didn't have enough of his car around to make that work. Three-way fight for 6th place. Alonso looking to take 6th back from Kimi Räikkönen. But doesn't quite manage it yet. Now this puts Rosberg right behind. He's looking to get past both of these in the distant, not so distant future. Rosberg looking to turn 1? No, he's going to stick behind the Ferrari of Alonso for now. And this is only for, here's Rosberg's fighting only for 6th place in this race. Bottas runs a bit wide there, gives Vettel a slight opportunity. Vettel's going to go look up the inside. Vettel looks to be taking 2nd place. But Bottas looks to hold it round the outside. And just has so much more straight line speed than that Red Bull. And Vettel actually takes a compromised line into that corner, locks up, loses quite a lot of time there. And that might have given Bottas, might have secured him 2nd place. Rosberg's still stuck behind both of the Ferraris. I can look to make a move on Alonso. Going down the straight. Not quite. Rosberg's probably just thinking about the championship at this stage. I mean, it's all just damage limitation, but you see how much Alonso wants to get past Räikkönen, and he just doesn't want to make the move. As Hamilton now is on the final lap of this race. Bottas looks to have secured 2nd as Vettel isn't really close enough into this DRS zone to make a move, but he will be looking to close up throughout the remainder of this lap. Ricciardo just driven his own race in 4th, but that's a 5th. Räikkönen still 6th. Rosberg's now made the move for 7th place though, past Alonso. But is there time for Rosberg to catch Räikkönen? Now, is Vettel close enough through this section to make a move down the final straight in the DRS zone? Yeah, Bottas runs a bit wide. Let's take a compromise line to that corner. Now this is going to be Vettel's last chance to try and make the move. He's a lot closer. Bottas defends to the inside. And Vettel just can't make the move. There's just not enough straight line speed in that Red Bull. Hamilton's going to come around the final corner to win the 2014 British Grand Prix for his home crowd. Bottas defends into the 2nd to last corner. Looks like he's going to hold 2nd, with Vettel having to settle for 3rd. See there, Hamilton won the race. Bottas in 2nd, Vettel 3rd, Ricciardo 4th, Massa 5th, Räikkönen 6th, holding off Nico Rosberg for 7th, Alonso 8th, Button 9th, disappointing result. 70 points for the home crowd, and Magnussen running out the points for McLaren, with both Toro Rosso who's just missing out. Grosjean having a impressive race up to 13th, Gutierrez 14th, and Maldonado, Sutil, Shelton, Bianchi, Hulkenberg, what happened to him, Ericsson, Kobayashi and Sergio Perez both DNF'd from this race. So pretty good recovery overall there from Rosberg. In the 13 laps he had to recover, go up to 7th position. And that's going to extend Hamilton's lead in the championship, however. But still, we're only halfway through the season, still another 10-11 races to go. And with the double points at Abu Dhabi, anything's to play for. Everything's still to play for. And with this result, I'd think that Williams would retake 2nd in the Constructors, and Ferrari would be back down to 5th. 4th even, sorry. So that's been the British Grand Prix. Not the most action-packed race, but Silverstone never really is, to be honest. So hopefully you enjoyed that race, and I'll see you all next time.